Terminando esta presentación. Teachers, welcome back. Do you hear me in the, okay, no. We will take our picture, so the chairs are already there. So please step outside for a few minutes, and the photographer is going to direct us how we are going to sit. And some will be seated down and some will be stand up. So please can we step outside to the chairs? Thank you. Thank you, teachers. Welcome back. For our next activity, I would like to present teacher Giovanni de Jesus Quesada Martinez. He will give us a presentation about his practices in the classroom. Welcome, Professor.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Giovanni Quesada Martinez. I'm from Conalep Aeropuerto here at Mexico City, and I'm going to make an activity. Okay, I need that you participate in this activity. Please stand up. Okay, if you want, you can stretch, please. I know that you are very, very happy after the lunch, right? Okay. I need that you make lines on your chairs lines, please. One person to looking to the back to the another person, please, in front of you, looking his or her back. Okay. Yes, like this. Turn around, please. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I need that you put your hands on your partner's shoulder, please. Okay. A little closer, please. Okay. I need that you start with a massage, please. Like the massage that you want in your life. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. Yes. How do you feel? Comfortable? Very happy? Unhappy? No? Okay, now turn around to the other partner, please. And do it again, the same activity. Okay? Yeah? Okay, thank you very much. How do you feel? Good. Okay, thank you. Sit down, please. Okay. So, now let's start with this presentation, right? So, okay, so I'm going to talk about good practices in the classroom, right? So uh, I'm teaching here in this picture. So one student took me that picture in my classroom, right? So it's for second semester, I think so. Yeah. Is like that or not? It's another semester. What do you think? Can you see the picture? Yes. Yes, that's good. So, okay, so my experience in the classroom. So I like to share with you that my students every class are motivated in the learning process with the several activities that we make in the classroom. So I try to put on my knowledge in practicing, right? So for example, my students every class they feel motivated. They feel motivated in the activities that we did in our classroom. So the girl who is over here, she had a lot of problems because she don't have a lot of money to go to the school. So she got a scholarship. Yes, I think so. So I helped her to that scholarship, and in some states, I think so. The contests are for spelling bee. Do you remember that? I think so. Gina told us about the spelling bee contest. So she went to that contest in the Mexico state, and she felt good. She felt impressed because she didn't go to that kind of context before. So the next one, please. Okay, so the activity for my classroom or for my students are, the first one is for social interaction. I try to make a connection with my students to put in practice the English and the technical subjects in that case. I have students from construction industry and for aeronautical industry. And so the aeronautical industry students, they need to interpret the text in their own manuals at the aviation English. So they needed to work because they don't understand and they have to pay 345 pesos, I think so, per one activity or manual from 2 or 3 pages, I think so. Yes. So for example, here with the specific purpose, the green goal, with my students from construction industry, I worked with the comunicación especializada en inglés, specialized communication in English. I worked with the first activity that was green wall. They built their own green wall and they try to put it on practice their knowledge about this industry, the construction industry. The next one, please. For the another one is for the structures. I teach construction industry from Conalep del Sol. I worked in the Mexico State too, and they built that structure. They made that structure in the classroom. For the specific purpose, these are my students from aeronautical English. They worked in the school, and they wanted to know about more English and on aviation industry, and they told me, teacher, may you do it. Students book for aviation English for CONALEP or something like that. And I thought, oh yes, that's a good point for the specialized communication in English, right? So I tried to work with that situation, and I worked with this book. I wrote this book in the last year for CONALEP. And so I am working now with this book. And so the last one activity that they need to work is about the Tesina. It's something like a manual that they build in their own knowledge. And so they need, for example, la ministería, it's like the ojalateros de aviones, something like that. Mantenimiento motores y planeadores is something related to aviation mechanics, I think so. And sistemas electrónicos de aviación, they are the toques. They told toques, tú eres toques, right? So you are for sistemas electrónicos de aviación or electronics. And they made their own manual. And that's for the specific purpose. In this case, for the aeronautical subject. In the real life, in the last part of our syllabus from Comunicación Especializada en Inglés, we talk about voz pasiva. That's right, passive voice. And I thought in one activity that they don't forget in their life. They won't forget in their life. So I thought in one recipe. Yes, they make their own knowledge and they eat their own knowledge. Yeah, it's for a sandwich recipe. Yeah, and I write on the board the procedure, the ingredients, and they told me in Spanish the process, and they make their own knowledge. They make their own sandwich. Yeah, that's my product, and I evaluate that product. Yeah, okay, how is your sandwich? Good. Okay, you have 10, right? How is your sandwich? It's not good. You have 5. No, don't worry, right? Okay, so the next one. So now with the Duolingo platform or survey, okay, with the Duolingo, I worked since the last meeting, the second English, National English meeting. I work with my students with the survey Duolingo. And the next one, please. And I think, in my own opinion, I think that I have two motivation actions with my students. The first one, my students want to learn English in an effective communication in the real life because they need it for their jobs. They need to communicate their knowledge, right? Their feelings. And the second one, they want to interpret manuals in English and be able to summarize the information for their job process. They need it because if they don't interpret their manuals, they can't work. That's a big problem for them, right? This is the first, I think so, is the first problem in our students. And I have 200 students in this semester, and I tried that 200 number work on the Duolingo platform. I tried. The next one, please. So the results. I think so that you work on this platform. Do you work? Do you know what is this screen? Yeah. What is this screen? Tell me. Groups. Which groups? Yes, the sections, right? How many students do we have in these kinds of sections? As you want? How many, more or less? 10 groups. 300 students. But for example, I don't know, for example, 101 from Soma, for example, no? How many students do we have in this section? 100? 25 students, 35 students, more or less. How many students do we have in this section, in one section? But somebody has a problem with this platform before, doesn't it? No, because I had a problem. Why? Because I have a group for 80 students. 80. And I have a problem. Yeah.
It happens when students, sorry, that happens when students sometimes they forget their account, so they create a new one and they enroll in their group. So at the end of the day, you'd end up with one student having 3 accounts enrolled in your group or in your section.
Yeah, it's only 25 students, more or less, not more students. That's a big problem, I think so, yes.
No, well, every time that I opened my section, they noticed that they were double or 3 times there. So they asked me to eliminate it. I was eliminating the student as many times that I wanted or they wanted. Well,
yes.
That it was necessary, not that they wanted or I wanted.
Yes, the first problem is about the information, the place, classroom, I think so, that they need to practice, but I don't know if your information classroom has 25 computers and only works 1 or 2 computers, right? Yes, 1 or 2 computers, and we have a big problem. That's right. So these are for the sections, for every classroom, for every group, for every, for example, in my case, I try to combine these sections in one group because I have 25 students for the two groups only. One is 15 and the another one is 10 students. And so I try to combine the groups.
One of 6.
I'm sorry?
You had a group of 6?
Yes, I have 405 and 406. For which one? Yes, in this
But the other one, the first one. There.
This one?
No, that one. Yes.
Yes, I have only 2, 4, 5, 6 students because the group is not big, right? So the next one, please. Okay, so the results for each group. I have here the task that the students delivers the task and doesn't deliver and forget the homework. No? Oh, teacher, I forgot my homework. Sorry. Yes, I don't have my survey at the iPhone, no, or at the cell phone, right? I don't have money to go to the computer place, right? Yes, that's a big problem. The next one. So in this case, we have the lesson number 1, lesson number 2, and lesson number 3. It depends of your work in your section. And for example, here, the students completed the lesson. The student forgot the lesson, yeah? And in this case, forgot. And in this case, the student delivered at the last moment, right? After the deliver's time, right? The next one, please. So, anybody has the certification? Yes?
I have it.
How did you get that certification?
I was just clicking here and there, and suddenly I found that and I said, "Oh my God!" And you could write your name. I wrote my name there. You wrote it in capital letters. I wrote it with the capital and the other letters. So, and I wrote it on 29th of May, and then the 30th of May, and I was trying to do many of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, yes, that's great because we make our certification, our paper. Yeah.
But now what I want is to have it in a very good paper or presentation, because we cannot read the gray words.
Yeah, that's
and they are important.
With that date, right?
Those words are very important.
And it's yes, and it's important because yeah.
That you have a finish and something like that, but I don't remember there. Do you remember those?
Yes, in this case, I remember that I wrote my name.
And that's all?
And that's
no,
all.
It says that you have completed, and now you are recognized as a educator of Duolingo. You have the certificate of educator in Duolingo, something like that. Yes, I don't remember.
That's you, the master, right? The master at Duolingo's survey, right? And so this is important for the money. What is the name of the last part of the money when you receive your approach? Estímulo. That's right. This is important. Yes. Have you got in the estímulo? Did you get this certification in the estímulo?
I haven't delivered. The school, we have not delivered the papers yet. We have till July 15 to deliver all the documents for the stimulo.
Okay, this is for the stimulo, but don't forget that because it's very important for the stimulo.
Yeah.
It's only 20 points, I think so.
That one?
Yes, that one. 20 points because this is a certification, like the CENI, something like that. Yeah. Yes, it's a certification. It's important for the stimulo. So that's a good point, right? In this case, yes.
Did you make a copy of that?
Yes.
And
you make this part and it says imprimir certificado at the PDF. You download that certificate or that certification and you can print the paper and you deliver Don't worry.
How can I get the paper? Because I was doing the same job, but I didn't get the paper.
Okay.
How
You
can you do it?
access to your account, and you go to the profile, I think so,
Okay.
and where you get your picture, and you the back one, yes. In this part, because I got my certification. In this part, you have, do you want your certification?
Yes.
And you put a click in this part, and you can write your name. You write your name as you want. It appears on your paper,
Okay.
and
Thank
you can print or download the certification.
Okay. Thank you.
It's free. It's not. It doesn't have cost.
Correct. Thank you.
I'm sorry. 1 minute. No. How long? No, it's for all the time that you use the Duolingo survey. Some hours? No, hours. No, only the date. Only the date. The date is over here. Is when you do your certification. Is, for example, for me, is on March 4th from this year, and the person who did Duolingo signed that paper. Yeah. Howling. Okay, first one, the next one. Sorry. Yeah. Your certification. Yes. The group. Yes. Yes. When you create, because you are a teacher, you create section. With the first section that you create, you can download your certification. Don't worry. But you need to create one section. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Only when you teach with Duolingo, when you use Duolingo in your classroom, at the information laboratory or classroom, you can download your certification. Yes, that's not a big problem. Yes, it's free. That's the most important thing, right? Yes, Maru. Percent?
Yes.
Percent.
Which was your percent here?
In the certification?
Yeah, because the platform has the platform. So say me 68%.
68%
Yeah.
from your
but
score?
I did not need finish the course. Yeah.
No.
No?
This is only when you are a teacher. So if you are a teacher, if you use the Duolingo survey at your classroom, at your school, you can download this paper. It's free. That's not problem. Only when you create a section, you create your account, you write your account, and you create the first section, and you can download this paper. It's not a big problem for create this paper. Yeah. So, and for my commitments, I'm going to recommend to English teachers that they can work on the Duolingo platform survey, getting a good experience and an advanced learning on it. So I tell you, try to work with Duolingo platform, yeah? And I'm going to continue working on the Duolingo platform and advise my students continue working on it too. And I will try to support my students to get international certifications like CENI, ELTS, FCE, etc. Yes, try to get that point. They need it. I want to study with the CENI's process. Yes, if I can work with you, why not? Right? Why not do it? And so, thank you very much. This is a very short presentation, yeah, because you are sleepy. And don't forget one thing. Don't forget one thing. Great teachers change the world. Yeah, that's my sentence, right? So remember, if you are a good teacher, you can change your students' worlds and minds, right? Yeah, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Yeah, question. Hello.
You told us about your book. In Querétaro, we have the same careers because it's a journalistic school. So I would like to know about your book that you create. Your book is made by the same program at CONALEP, or how do you create this book?
Yes, my students' book for Aviation English for CONALEP and the licenciada Patti Toledo trabajó conmigo, work with me, and with this students' book, we review the program and with the lesson plan, I think so, the lesson plan, and she told me, no, you don't do it this thing. And I'm going to tell in Spanish. Le agradezco mucho porque hasta ese día entendí lo que era hacer un plan sesión. La verdad. Okay. So that's what's so difficult for me, because I didn't know how to do it a lesson plan. Yeah. So I said, oh, the warm up, or for my beginning, my process, and my closer, right? But how can I do my lesson plan with which activities, right? So yes, I can share with you my material if you can work with it.
Thank you very much. I know that it's very important for us in our school. So I have another question.
Yeah.
The second one is that we have comunicación especializada. In DGAC, Dirección General de Aeronáutica Civil,
Yes.
They give us the ID for the students who can work in the airport, for example. So I would like to know if the DJC didn't ask you why the name is special, because that is not special, because I believe that the special subject is according to each career.
Yeah.
But it's not special. So I would like, the DJC told me, it's necessary to change your programs.
Yes.
It's necessary to have more hours per school. It's necessary to have English as you began the semester one, because we began English at the second semester. They have one semester that they forget English. So the DGAC always said that it's important, because they don't do it, they don't prepare bicycles. They prepare people, or we prepare people who it's important the security. So I would like to know if the DGAC asks you something about it, and is it possible to change the programs?
Yes, nowadays we have a program or a syllabus change. So the Dirección General de Aeronáutica Civil told us that the program needs to change. It needs more hours per week, because 3 hours a week, it's not enough, right? So, and we have 2 more hours. So, but it's a a long process. That's not a short process because they need to review the previous subjects, programs, and they continue. I think so. They are reviewing the third semester programs. I think so nowadays, but the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth, it's a very long process. I think so. I hope in 2018, espero que en el 2018, so
Me too.
ends this process. Okay.
Yes, my idea is because we work with Safran also. We are very near to the airport. So Safran is from France. So they ask, why you don't have another language? For example, if we have in the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth semester English, we can have only one semester in French or 2 semesters in French. So I would like that CONALEP change the ideas because it's a good career. Why? Because my son is graduated from this school and now he's working at an airport, Mexico City. So I know that it's very, very important, the language.
Yes, that's very important, and I think so. It's not enough English and French. It's we need to practice the Chinese language too, and so I think so. The KLM, the airline, I think so. All the manuals are in Chinese. That's a big problem. Thank you very much. More questions?
Thank you, teacher. Do you have any more questions or any feedback, comments for Professor Giovanni? No? Thank you very much. Well, here we have a small biography of Professor Giovanni. If you have any more questions later on, you can also approach him so we can move on. His email and his number. Thank you. For our next activity, I would like to welcome again teacher Georgina Frey for also a very interesting conference about her practices here in CONALEP 1.
Need somehow to download it so that we can play it in a moment, in one of the moments. Yeah, I have it here. Is it on YouTube? It's what? YouTube link? No, it's okay. Hello again. Bon appetit. How was the delicious food we had for supper today? Yeah, I know. They were the best, right? Okay, something to eat. It was nice. It was delicious. Okay, how are you feeling? Tired. I know. We're almost done. This is going to be fun because this one is mine, okay? So I really know what I'm going to say, so don't worry, you're going to have fun. Look, for this one, I decided to talk about what we do as academies and continuing with the job of the teachers before you. You know, I've always thought that it's very difficult to work with the groups that we receive when we have the students of other teachers. Because, you know, when they arrive, the students, they get to your classroom and you say, good morning, students, how are you? How are you feeling today? I'm your teacher. And they go, what? Right? Everyone, every time. But I've also caught these students and I know that they are cheating. I know they do know what they are listening to, and I know they know English. But it took me a long time to realize that this was truth. it took me a long time to trust my co-workers, the other teachers, and to realize that these students were kidding me. Okay, they didn't want to work. So let me show you how I realized all this. Okay, first of all, remember I was telling you I have said several times today that I went to New Mexico State University. And some of us went to Arizona State University and others to Kansas State University. And that we received some information and some education and some formation in those universities, right? Yes? Who has already taken that course? Who has gone there? Please raise your hands. To any of those universities? You haven't? Oh my God, you have lost half of your lives. Really, I promise. Haven't you heard about these scholarships? Yes, you have? No, I know. Can you, wait. You need a micro.
So there is, well, the course, the scholarships are not always in the same state.
I know.
And also not always in the same country, because I took my scholarship in Windsor, Ontario, in St. Clair, but my co-workers, one stay in the New Mexico State University, and the other one stay in Phoenix, Arizona. So it's different every year. I think something like that, right?
Okay, yes.
Yeah?
What I'm trying to say, yes, you are right, completely right. What I'm trying to say is that if you get to know about these scholarships that are given by Comexus, don't lose them, don't miss them, because you get to go 1 month and a half, that's 6 weeks, with everything paid, even your visa is paid, arranged, you have no problem to get your visa. The only thing you have to pay for is your passport. The only thing. You get paid for your staying. They give you a place to sleep, to eat, to whatever you want to do. They give you free rides to different places, museums and national parks and stuff like that. They give you all the material you need to study. They give you great teachers. They give you great classes. And you stay 1.5 months in the United States. Even Juan Luis Fernando says that his teachers weren't good. Where's Luis Fernando? He escaped. Of course he escaped, I know. Okay, but you get to get the best of the best of the best in a very prestigious university in the United States. And it doesn't take you really a big deal to get those scholarships. It's very easy. It's really very easy. So please try it. Try it. The school gives you the chance to go. And it is during the summer. So you don't miss anything. You don't stay in Mexico City or in, Mexico, in the Mexican Republic. But you get to go to the United States and learn a lot, really, and you enjoy it a lot. So please try it. So I am going to show off. Of course I am. So, well, we went there. And I also learned a lot in many of the things, the courses I have taken at CONALEP, because I am proudly CONALEP, okay? Yes? Okay, that's publicity. Okay, so we learned techniques. Those are some of the techniques I learned in the United States, back at NMSU. Okay, the mind maps, the trifolds, and things like that. Maybe next time I will be able to give a little workshop on how to use these techniques at the classrooms. I didn't think about that for this time because I thought I thought that the teachers that would be here were the ones that had come the time before and they already knew all these techniques. So I said, my God, I'm going to repeat it again and again and again. So that wasn't fair. So that's why I decided to change it. So, okay, this is a mind map, and this is part of the techniques we worked back at the United States. We learn about technology, how to use technology inside the classroom, to use all the technology we learn. Luis Fernando, I've already talked really bad about you. That you were gone. Okay. And some of the pedagogy. These are, one of the museums they took us was about pollution. There was an exposition about pollution. And these are garbage islands that are being made in the ocean, inside the ocean, very deep. So I took some of the pictures and I brought them back to the students in Mexico and I showed them to them so that they made a little bit of conscience about what's going on with pollution, okay, with plastic and all that. So we learned about pedagogy. Okay, so I came back to Mexico. I had this encounter. And one of the things that we agreed to do in the last encounter of English teachers was to deliver all this information to other teachers. But my principal, who is a great person, decided that I had to give all the information that I brought from New Mexico to all the teachers of the school. And it wasn't an easy task. Let me tell you why. This information was for English teachers, okay? So the course was for English teachers. It was to teach English, okay? A language. And then imagine me trying to teach computer science teachers how to use English teaching techniques to teach computer science. So I was going crazy. I didn't know what to do. I said, oh my God, well, what I'm going to do, I have to use a trifold and tell them that the trifold works to do pre-thinking, during thinking, and post-thinking, okay, for computer science. How can I do that? So I gave them the information, right? I said, well, I have to teach them. So this is done for this and this and that. This is done for this and this and that. And you can use this for this and this and that. And suddenly, it hit me. I saw the teachers sitting in academies. And I said, oh my God, what's going on? What's happening? The teachers, which some of the academies are not really good friends, right, among them. They don't like each other. But they had to get the work done. So when I saw what was going on in the classroom, they were sitting in academies. They weren't behaving like teachers, if you know what I mean. Have you ever taught teachers? Yes? Have you? Have you noticed how they behave? Yeah, they react like students. It's very funny because you have to be like, please sit down, please don't break the paper, this is your job, okay, don't do that, don't break the pen, that's my pencil, okay? Yes, and they're playing around and goofing around like little kids. Okay, but they were working, and they were working in academies. And I started checking what was going on. And I found out, I realized in that very moment that what they were doing was cooperative learning, and that they were really, really trying to help each other to get the job done. And I said, well, somehow they trust each other. Somehow they're getting the job done. That means that when it comes to work, they do it. They really do it. And they know what one knows, what the other knows what to do, how to do it, when to do it, okay? They do the job. So I started thinking about my academy. After the task was done and the course was over and I was going crazy and I ended up like, you know, these things that you use a mop, you know, yeah, because it was 2 weeks, 40 hours in the morning and in the evening, so I was like a mop. I was really like a mop at the end of the course. I started thinking about my academy, which is languages. This is my academy. I think you cannot see the picture very well, but this one, okay, there's a pointer in here. Yes? No? Yes. No. Oh my God. Ah, what did I do? Yes, please laugh. Okay. This cute one is me. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's my academy. This is the guy who is sitting in there is Professor Tenorio. The little girl who is sitting in the middle is Citlali. I will tell you her story. The one in the front is Christy, and the other teacher in the side is our French teacher, Lili, and that's teacher Aida Barrios. She's outside the picture because she's not sindicalizada, okay? That's a joke. She's not in the union. No, that's a joke. I will tell you later because what about the joke? Okay, but that's my academy, my language academy, okay? So we work together, we work as a team, and we try to trust each other all the time in what we do. So if I am teacher, Professor Tenorio's students from last semester, I know they know. I know what they know. Because when I sit down and work with Professor Tenorio, I know that what he did last semester was for truth. And even if my students say, what? Okay? I know that they know English. I know that he did his job. And even if I have to work with Aida's students, I know that she did her job. So it's really important to trust in what other teachers did, right? Okay, I was going to tell you about Citlali. Citlali is this little girl. This one in here with a big smile. Look at her. She looks Tlaxcalteca, right? Well, not. She is American. She came from an American family. She lives in California. She came here with Comexus. There's a scholarship from Comexus that takes just graduated students to make practices in Mexico. And my principal, who is a very intelligent woman, knew about this, and she went down to the place where these girls were, and she picked her and she said, you are coming to my school and you are helping my English teachers. And she was here for a semester, more than a semester, and she stayed here 9 months helping us to teach our students. And it was a wonderful resource. So if you have the chance, talk to your principals and ask them to ask for one of these students who come to Mexico. They stay 9 months at your school and they will help you. The school, CONALEP, doesn't pay anything. They have their own money, and the only thing they are going to do is to help you. And they are a wonderful resource, okay? The students get really enthusiastic with the help of these girls, of these people, or these students, because they really get to know a lot about the culture of another country. Okay, and they learn pronunciation and they get to ask them a lot of questions and they loosen themselves when it comes to speaking. Okay? Okay, so this is Citlali. That's why she was with the academy. Okay. So, what do we do as academies? Before classes begin, we get together, we sit down, and we start talking about which books we're going to use, how to grade, the lesson plans, Duolingo, final projects, special projects, calendar, and general ideas, of course, jokes, recipes, plans, schedules, and whatever we have to talk about. Believe me, jokes and recipes too, okay? That's before classes begins. And then during the semester, in monthly meetings, we do this. We work on how we're doing with our groups, how we're doing with grades, how is Duolingo working, the problems or difficult situations with groups or specific students, new ideas, modifications to the plans or agreements, or whatever is needed. Okay? That's what we do in academies. I don't know, what do you do in academies? Do you even work with academies? Yes? Do you like your academies? Me neither.
So that academy is only English because in my school the academy is plain Spanish. Well, there is communication academy, right? And there is Spanish. There is something like law or something like that. Is Spanish law. And who else is over there? Some people that is doing accountings or something like that, and English. So we almost never work because I think most of the people is working in a Spanish issue or doing something related to accountings, and we are not working at all with this kind of form, right? So the person who is in charge of Formación Técnica told us that we have to work with them, that we cannot work separately. So that's why I was wondering how you guys are doing that kind of things.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, we don't have English academy.
Philosophy and society, and I can work like that. Even
Okay.
speaking English, because the other English teachers, some is law and English, another is accounting and English. So we can make that kind of work, co-work.
Okay, let me tell you something that I know for sure. For sure. As teachers, you get to choose the way you want to work with academies. That's not an imposition from technical formation or the principal. That's not an imposition. They cannot impose you how to create the academies. Those are agreements that you as teachers do. So you have to check that very carefully, because you cannot be working in with accountants if you are languages. I think, in my very personal opinion, and I hope I don't hurt anyone with my words, but I think that it's totally ridiculous to be working if you are teaching a language and you have to solve how to teach a language. Okay? So as long as I know, you have the right to decide how you are going to create your academies.
Tiempo. Gina. Tiempo, exacto. Maestra, perdón que interrumpa y disculpen, no sé inglés, pero medio comprendí y de ahí que me acerqué al maestro porque quiero la precisión en inglés para poder emitir mi comentario. Les agradezco mucho que me disculpen, pero también me permito tomar la palabra, dado que una academia sí se debe conformar conforme a los criterios que establece el Sistema Nacional de Bachillerato. De ahí mi preocupación por el comentario, porque la maestra tiene razón, Gina. Sin embargo, cuando ustedes van a evaluarlos a su plantel, si ustedes no conforman su academia en el ámbito del área disciplinar de comunicación, el SNB les va a poner tache. No significa que no se pueda operar así, siempre y cuando yo tenga los argumentos académicos para decir, ¿por qué si estoy integrada con filosofía, con ciencias, lo que gusten y mandan? Sin embargo, obligadamente sí se tienen que conformar en el área disciplinar de comunicación. Les agradezco. Gracias. Medio entiendo. Sí, por eso. No trabajamos.
Okay. We work. Sí trabajamos así, o sea, bueno, en mi caso sí se trabaja con filosofía, con comunicación, informática, pero no nos enfocamos a solo inglés, ¿no? Pero sí estamos trabajando en el área disciplinar. Contaduría no.
sentido. Tiene su sentido. No es nada más porque se le ocurrió a la SEMS conformar, ya me voy. Esto no es mío.
Una pregunta.
Pero, a ver, sí sería bueno también que aparte de esa academia, o sea, donde nos reunimos con humanidades y todo, también tengamos otra reunión donde nos reunamos nada más con nuestra área, ¿no?
Sí. Otra precisión, existe las reglas de operación de academias. Si tenemos por ahí la liga, una cosa por el estilo, en la página del colegio está. En esas reglas se establece que ustedes pueden conformar academias por los módulos de formación básica, por lo cual significa que ustedes sí pueden conformar academias solo para inglés, sí es claro. Lo pueden conformar solo por la formación básica, por carrera o solo por la formación profesional, pero siempre estas tres respetando las áreas disciplinares. O sea, sí hay oportunidad de conformarse únicamente para inglés, ¿sí? ¿Perdón?
En este caso nosotros nunca hemos tenido ningún problema. De hecho, desde que fue conformada se instituyó, se avaló con firmas de cada uno de nosotros, está constituida prácticamente la academia. Es mi segunda postulación que tengo porque me ratificaron después de 2 años y no hemos tenido nunca ningún problema. Se respeta el trabajo de cada uno de nosotros y luego lo hacemos transversal. Los coordinadores de cada academia de diferentes áreas, nos reunimos para que todo esto sea transversal y al final de cuentas queremos que muestren los alumnos los mismos conocimientos, pero de acuerdo a su carrera para que los lleven al cabo. El profesor Quesada, ¿dónde estábamos por ahí? ¿Dónde está? Ya se nos fue. Estábamos platicando precisamente sobre eso, creo que te lo acababa de comentar, y me dijiste que cómo era posible que nosotros trabajáramos de esta manera como academia. Y es que nosotros no hemos tenido absolutamente ningún impedimento por parte tanto de la directora como de nosotros como compañeros. Existe una academia de la tarde y una academia de la mañana, y cada quien trabaja independiente. Nosotros escogemos el libro, se lo acabo de comentar al profesor, lo analizamos y decimos, ¿este libro nos conviene? No por esto. ¿Este libro nos conviene? Sí por esto. ¿Están de acuerdo en que se lleve este? Lo llevamos. Y como lo dijo oportunamente la profesora, ella confía en mi trabajo, yo confío en su trabajo, trabajamos de igual manera todos. Y el alumno que pasa al siguiente grado es porque tiene los conocimientos suficientes para que ella se encargue y pueda enlazar ese conocimiento. No sé por qué en otras áreas existe ese problema. Aquí nosotros no hemos encontrado ningún tipo de problemas. Al contrario, desde que llegó la directora hemos encontrado prácticamente una cordialidad inmensa por parte de las autoridades hacia nosotros, en todos los aspectos. Platiqué con Giovanni, y aunque ustedes no lo crean, nosotros tenemos reunión cada semestre al final para festejar que terminamos el semestre. Y nos reúnen tanto los de la mañana de la tarde para dar resultados y empezar nuevamente a trabajar como un equipo como lo que somos. Pero no sé por qué otros tengan problemas.
Thank you, teacher.
No, a mí sí me inquieta, saber en quién me puedo apoyar para trabajar así, ya que en el plantel anterior donde estuve sí se trabajaba así. En el plantel actual soy la única de inglés aparentemente, o sea, sí hay más maestros de inglés, pero nunca nos reunimos. Entonces, en trabajos generales como es cierre de semestre y eso, o sea, tú haces algo de inglés, lo que se te ocurra, y nosotros se organiza filosofía, humanidades, y todos presentan y yo hago como la traducción de lo que ellos hacen. Cuando debería de ser, un conjunto del resultado de los 2 o los 3 semestres que haya en inglés. Sin embargo, aquí no hay, o sea, y sí he pedido, y los demás maestros, ¿por qué? Porque yo soy la única que trabaja con libro, yo soy la única la que voy a la editorial, a ver, muéstreme sus libros para adaptarlo al programa, soy la única que hace Spelling Bee, soy la única que hace Reading Contest, o sea, porque los demás no sé, y no hay esa confianza, o sea, porque a mí sí me llegan, les empiezo a hablar en inglés y es de, no, espéreme, más lento, no le entendí, o les digo, el verbo to be en 5º semestre, ya te lo sabes, no, ¿qué es eso? Entonces, porque no haya esta academia. Entonces, ¿en quién me puedo apoyar?
Más allá de apoyarte, un momentito, por favor. Y de verdad que ya quisiera cerrar con esta intervención, espero que me comprendan, pero si no, lo seguimos platicando. En el marco del nuevo modelo educativo, existen dos elementos relevantes. El trabajo de ustedes se va a fundamentar ahora en el trabajo de academia. Y otra palabra clave, transversal. Ese trabajo tiene que ser transversal. Entonces ahora, el comentario de la maestra, las aportaciones que Gina ha venido realizando, lo que el maestro comenta, finalmente sí tiene un sustento. Sin embargo, sí tenemos de verdad que documentarnos, aprender para poderlo conformar. Con todo gusto yo te apoyo. Patricia, te lo doy a tus órdenes de la Dirección de Formación Académica, para ver cómo podríamos apoyarlos en estas asesorías, orientaciones, no sé, para conformar las academias de la manera más pertinente. Reitero, la academia ahora va a tener un trabajo relevante, dado el enfoque que el nuevo modelo educativo a nivel nacional le está dando a la educación. Entonces, aquí cierro, por favor, para que continúe la maestra. Muchísimas gracias.
I think it was.
Thank you for your feedback, and we will continue. We will have a space for more questions later. Thank you.
Okay, I think it was this was really good. I think this was really a very nice intervention, and I am glad this happened, because this way we realize that this is something that is really happening and that we need to work with it, right? So I think this was really important. I liked it, okay? Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much, because I think this was really, really important. This is somehow something that I wanted you to realize. That's the idea, that you realize that this is something that we have to work with, okay? That we have to change. Okay, so let's continue. So what did I do with this little apparatus? I have it in my pocket. Okay, so this is what we work. Okay, so as I was telling you, could you help me with the video? As I was telling you, we were working, and we have been working for several semesters this way. And this last semester, we decided to make a special project. It's the video, the one that has the extension as a video. Okay, more down, down, down. No, it's, no. That one, I think. Yes. Okay, so this semester, the last semester, teacher Aida Barrios, who isn't here, but the picture of teacher Aida was there. That was her picture. She was the one who made the best final project. It was a 45 minutes video, and last evening, it took me hours to edit the best of the best of the best of her job. So this is the video. This is what the students are doing at the end of the semester. These students once were Christie's, the other English teacher, once were Tony's, Professor Tenorio, once were mine, and this last semester were Aida's, because they're ours, okay? Our students. So now, this last semester, she did this, she managed this to accomplish this, and I want you to see it, and I think that's going to be more or less the end of my presentation. Please. Does it have a sound? It's about 6 minutes. Am I on time? Okay.
Hi. Okay. Well, we are here again. So it was a good time. Was it? Yeah. Teacher, I have a question. What is your question, Lord? Why do we have to study? Yeah, teacher, why? Let's have fun. Okay, I understand you, but studying is so important. So first of all, could you introduce yourself? Who's going to be the first? Me. Okay, come on, boys, stand up. Hi, everyone. Hi. My name is Eduardo. I'm 6 years old. I live in Mexico. I like Mexico and roll. Yeah. I like ice cream. I like very healthy person. Thank you, Eduardo. Come on, girl, please. Hi, everyone. Hi. My name is Isri. I'm from Mexico, but my mother is from Canada. I'm a lazy girl. And I don't like coming. Come, girl. Could you introduce yourself, please? Yes, of course. Please. Hi. Hi. I am Abigail. I am 10 years old. I like Notaro. Oh, yeah. I am Kathy. We know that. Abigail. Come on, boys, stand up. Good morning, partners. Good morning. I'm Jose. I'm 15 years old. I like coming to school. Stop. I'm very responsible. Hi, boys. Hi, girls. I am Mike. My parents are from Italy. I'm a good person. I like rock and roll. I'm important. I'm handsome.
Hi. My name is Mauricio. I'm 16 years old. I like rock and roll. I'm good. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Fine, thank you. My name is Angel. I am 15 years old. I like swimming.
Good, well, thank you all of you. By the way, it's almost lunchtime.
I'm hungry. What are we going to eat?
I don't know, but let's go to the cafeteria. Hey, boy, what do you want to order? What do you want to drink?
I would like I would like
You may not have. And you, Edna, I am very hungry. What do you want to eat? Why don't you try your sandwich? Oh my God, what is it? It's a triple sandwich. Two types of cheese, ham, and some chicken and mayonnaise. Okay, I have two sandwich. I also have milkshake, strawberry, chocolate, or vanilla. Okay. Okay, boy. I'll arrange your meal and find you. My name Monroe, born on my important name, 1/1926, Los Angeles. She was married with the Facebook player Joey Mayo and the leader Una besides 1962, she was for 8 years to Spanish account on overdose. My was only 36 years old. Happy birthday to you.
Give me a D. Give me an O. Give me an A. Give me an A. Give me an L. Give me an E. Give me a B. What is it? What is it?
Okay, so as you can see, I hope you're not really bored. The students, teacher Aida managed to detonate all that the students had learned. These are students from fourth semester. They are not very high students, okay? But they have been working. They are kind of speaking in English. They are doing talent shows. They are doing whatever they can, but they're already speaking in English, maybe a little, but they are all trying, okay? They are doing it. So that's really important. She managed to work with them and detonate the knowledge, okay? And no, a little bit before. In there. Okay, so that's teacher Aida. Thank you so much. I'm almost done. Okay. And then remember I was telling you about Conalep Temisco, who they are also working as academies. The academy work takes talent shows, spelling bee contest, Duolingo, and Oscar prizes for family members. This is Conalep Temisco Academy. This is the picture of the spelling bee contest. And I have 3 proposals for you. These are the 3 proposals that I thought about for this next semester and this time, until the next time we meet. I want you to think about them and see if we somehow can manage to do something about it. Because I thought they are possible, right? The first of all is to work in academies, trusting and detonating the best of what students learn from each other, from other teachers. That's the first one. The second one, organize this kind of spelling bee or vocabulary or verb contests. Let's get together and let's get organized. That would be great. I know you are tired. Please smile. I beg you. Okay, and the last one. Let's create, there's an E missing at the end of create, these funny and motivating talent shows which will motivate our students to give even more. So these are the 3 proposals I am giving you. Think about them. Maybe you can do it, and maybe you can enjoy doing them, okay? And the students will feel a little bit better if we continue working with them, okay? And this is for you. To have another language is to possess a second soul, which is from Karl Marx. How do you say that? How do you say that? Okay, that one. Okay, and these ones, no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. And the other one, teachers who are crazy enough to think they can change the world, usually do. Okay? So teachers, thank you very much for listening and for your time. And let me tell you, I'm proudly Conalep, and I am proudly Conalep Tlalpan 1. And welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Teacher Georgina. One question back there. Please, can you use the mic, please?
Let me speak in Spanish, please. Yo quiero comentar lo siguiente. Para que funcione una academia debemos olvidar primeramente los orgullos, los egos y poder trabajar en comunicación. Cada quien tiene su forma de pensar, pero cuando tenemos que pensar en un fin común que son los alumnos, lo tenemos que hacer de la misma manera. Suena ridículo, suena cursi, pero es como trabajamos y ahí está el resultado.
Okay,
That's
thank
all.
you. Thank you very much for your comment. Back there, please.
Okay, well, to the beginning for the presentation, I want to make a question about I have heard about the scholarships of Comexos, but I have heard that the age is very important. And you mentioned that it's very, very easy to get that kind of scholarship. And could you tell me about the age?
Yeah, I am
It's a limitation
51.
or not?
Yeah, sure, I am 51 years old. Deborah, how old are you, will you? 65.
Oh,
She
great.
was with me 1 year ago, and I am 51, and I was there 1 year ago. So forget about the age. That's not important.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Excellent. Thank you
We
very
were
much.
the eldest there, and we were going crazy. We were so happy together back there 1 year ago.
Okay, thank you very much. I will go.
Yeah, no, and it's the best. Please do it.
Yeah,
Try
I will
it.
try to go. Thank you.
Okay, anything else? Sorry, I didn't ask if you had questions because you look so tired. Anything else?
Thank you very much, Gina.
No, thank you, Dora. You're the best.
Okay. Yes.
See? See, she's the best. That's why she's my friend. I met her at the NMSU at the Comexus Scholarship. I met her there, and she's the best. You know, you have no idea. She's wonderful. Okay, any more questions? Nothing? Please make me questions. I'm dying to talk more and more. Okay. Nothing else? Thank God. Okay. Thank you very much again.
Thank you very much for this important participation. Teachers, I know you are tired. It's been a long day. So we can have a 10-minute break. So you can go to the restroom and drink some water. And we will be back to make the closure of the day and to talk about the agreements of today. Thank you. teachers. ¿Listo? Welcome back. Hello, hello. Hello, teachers. Welcome back. We are about to close today's session, but first of all, I would like to ask you if so far you have any other questions to any of the teachers that have exposed. No? To follow up their presentations, is there anyone else who would like to talk to us about their experience in the classrooms? How do you do your teaching? How do you motivate your students? Or any other thing you would like to talk to us about your practice in the school? No? Don't. Okay, don't worry. We will continue this tomorrow. But for now, we will decide today's agreements. We talked about many issues, aborting Duolingo, aborting the teaching in the classrooms, but I would like to ask you what, from what we learned today and what we talked about today, what do you compromise? What would be your agreements for us? So we can start registering it, and tomorrow we can close the bill for today. I heard in the morning that you would like to get more hours to teach Duolingo. Is that okay? Okay, but in order to accomplish this, what do you think we need? Do we need to do an official request, or how would this work? To get more hours to give Duolingo. Any ideas or any feedback? Yes, to get more hours so the students can practice more Duolingo. Not exactly Duolingo, just English. Okay. Who would like to retract this feedback?
I think Duolingo is very important application, and we can use it, but independent from our classes. We need at least 5 hours with our students to accomplish our programs, and a part of that, we can have Duolingo. They can practice in their houses, or as someone says, in the bus, in transportation, or another times. Maybe in the breaks, they are practicing Duolingo in the school. So that is very different in my opinion. Something is for our English classes and something for the Duolingo application. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, teacher. We need 5 hours a week, you say, right? At least. Now we have 3, right? I heard correctly? Okay, so who do you think we need to ask this request? Like, what authority would you ask this? Okay. Okay, so we compromised to do this request. So we need to investigate what other paperwork needs to be done in order to do this request to improve the English hours. Thank you, teachers. What else can you rescue from this meeting?
Another one is to start English from first semester to sixth.
From first semester, since they get in, they should start learning English, right? Okay. So who do you think we can ask this? Also Secretaria Académica, or do you know any other authority we can ask this issue?
I was thinking that probably Secretaría Académica are the ones that are taking this kind of, they're making this kind of decision. But my question for you guys that are working in Oficinas Nacionales, who is making this decision?
We will pass these agreements to our different authorities, so we can give the follow-up to these agreements.
Well, but it doesn't answer the question. My question is again, who is making the decision? Because you're working there, right?
Yes.
So, who is making this decision? Is it making Roger Frias? Is it making Candita? Who is making this kind of decision?
Okay,
Right?
I understand the question. Exactly one specific person, I couldn't ask that,
All right.
that question because that is an information I don't have at the moment.
Okay.
But I will check it. So maybe tomorrow we can ask this question. I will investigate exactly which person is responsible to do all
To do
these
that kind of things. All right.
these decisions. But today, right now, we are working on resume all our agreements and everything that we saw today.
This is very important because if we are asking the right person, right?
Yes,
So it's gonna
exactly.
happen. Because probably if I need, I don't know, probably tools or materials for teaching English, but I'm asking the janitor in the school, so he's not gonna give it.
Yes,
to me, right?
exactly. Yeah,
so
you're
that's why
right.
it's very important that you guys tell us who are we going to ask this kind of issues in order that we can really get a result.
Yeah, exactly. I will pass this resume from today to my authorities, so we can make sure that the agreements were made. Okay. Yes.
I be proposing an English room.
English room?
Yes, an only English room because it's easier that the students have an environment in English, just in English.
Okay.
Or
You're
a lab,
proposing
or an English lab. I don't know.
English lab. Okay. Do you propose this so the students can work fully in English, not speaking Spanish, doing activities in English? Okay. All the visual materials and okay, I can add that. So, anyone else?
It's the same I wanted to comment because sometimes at the schools we have an informatic lab, but they use for the subject, the material. So English teachers need to have an English lab exclusively for our. So see, it is good to appear there that we have to have an English lab.
Okay. Yes, with the mic, please. Thank you.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. In Guanajuato, when I was there, we had the self-access center. In that place, students can go whenever they want. Well, they had to start at certain hour and finish because they open and they close. But they could go any moment that they wanted. They decided that they could do there whatever they wanted. If they wanted to belong to a club, English conversation club or reading books, etc. And that's a good place where they can start learning English. If they want to, if we have Duolingo in that place, they can do it whenever they want to. And they cannot give this excuse that they don't have internet in their houses. So they can do it in the school the moment that they decide. I don't know. I think this can be the room, well, the self-access center can be the place where the students can go and we can work with them too. I don't know.
Okay. Thank you, teacher. That's a very good idea, the English room. So let's add it, and we'll see what we can do about it. Do you have any other? Please.
Okay, just for the record, Duolingo is a good app, but maybe we have to, we must be aware that Duolingo doesn't match with our program, and the methodology is totally different. So we can use the application, but be aware of that. Maybe, why not, maybe as a crazy idea, why not CONALEP design its or platform?
Its own
English.
application.
It would be a great idea. I think so.
Okay. Okay, and what do you think that would be needed in order to make that platform? Do you think what information do you need, or what permits would you need in order to make that platform or that app?
Well, for example, we can produce as a teachers videos, no? At activities or readings in our platforms, English platforms, following the program.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we can produce a lot of material.
Okay.
Not only Duolingo. Duolingo is good, but not for the students.
Yeah, I can see your point. We know that Duolingo, it's not the main way to teach English here in CONALEP. However, it's a good tool. You can use it, and the good thing is that it's for free. So you can encourage your students to practice. However, it's a good idea, the CONALEP app. We would need to reinforce this idea, to investigate what would be needed in order to accomplish it. Yes.
I think that so far we have been mentioning things that we request. I mean, if we read, you see, we were saying we request more time for us to teach English. We request that English is taught since first semester. We request an English room. We request this and that. So we gotta think, we as teachers, what we can do ourselves to two things: to improve our own language proficiency, and second, to improve our methodology. So I really would like to, I don't know, to say something about it. I mean,
yes.
If it is possible for us as English teacher to seek for a course, a session, academic Saturday in Mestizo, those in February, the British Council held the B-Belt, for it's a conference for English teachers. In July, there is a conference. It's going to be held in Mexico City. It's an international conference. It is held every 2 years. Last session was in Uruguay, and that's when it's going to be in Mexico City, and that is LAPSI. And the last time that it was in Mexico, it was like 15 years ago. So we as English teachers have to look for options, like alternatives for us to improve.
Okay, thank you, teacher. Do you all agree? right there, that we have to look for more courses and more trainings in order to improve. Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else? What is what, sorry? SAC. It's abbreviation for Secretaria Académica. I was, yes, I was going to tell you one agreement from our side. Not everyone here is in the WhatsApp group, right? Okay, so one agreement from our side is to recollect all your numbers so we can add you to the group, and we will be in constant communication. Also, if any one of you knows about a training or a conference, as the teacher was saying, you can send the information so everyone is aware and can attend. Okay, so at the end of this meeting tomorrow, I will collect all your numbers. Okay, so we can add you to the WhatsApp group. Anyone else? Another agreement? Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm feeling like a boy with Santa Claus because it's necessary. Believe me, it's necessary to change the programs. It's necessary to change the reviews, all the programs, because we need to change. Another point, I would like to say what happened. I don't know if you know what happened with Tell Me More. Tell Me More, it's another platform that it's excellent. We were working with that, but after that, it finished. I don't know what happened, but it's a course that has all abilities that we can do it. It's a good program. In my own opinion, is better than Duolingo. I don't know.
It's Tell
but
Me
it's
More,
a
the
good-
name
Tell Me
of
More.
the
It's a good
platform.
program. We
Okay.
had on the lab, we had on our lab, but I don't know what happened. But now we can't work with that.
Okay, did anyone else know this Tell Me More platform? Or knows what happened with it? Do you know? Hold on, please, with the mic. Thank you.
There are many options of software that you can use. For example, Tell Me More or Rosetta Stone. And there are many in the market. If you want to search for something like that, it will be great.
Okay, but do you know why the teachers can't use it anymore, or?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I think that CONALEP, we don't have the permission to have the software installing of softwares.
Okay.
In the computers, I think so.
Okay.
You need to pay, so I think that's the
Yes.
problem.
Yes, that's the constant problem, right? Okay, over there, please.
Okay, I have a question with the last point, change the programs.
Yes.
I heard in the last week at the mathematics meeting that the programs will change in the 2018, I think so. But we will have some campus in the pilots forms. And I don't know if the English programs will change in these pilots or what is the program? I don't know if the program in this year will be approved or only or we are going to continue working with the same syllabus or program.
Well, I think we are continue to work with it until 2018. But also, I would like to ask you, teacher, what do you mean by change the program? Can you be more specific? Change what thing or what?
Yes, because when we are on the 5th semester, I believe, we finished the future. And after that, it's only the curriculum. So I believe we need more because I had a student there for the another school, the bachillerato, how do you say, bachillerato, that is different to CETIS. The program is very different. They have more they are more advanced than we, another level. So I would like to change, because I believe that the 5th semester we have only future, so we need more topics.
Okay, so you would need the program to be more advanced than it already is, to improve.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have a participation there and there.
Okay, it's only for the topics. I think so. Change the programs are the content. For example, the students that studies at 4th semester is the past, and in 5th semester we check the reported speech, but we need to check the past perfect and other kind of topics. So that's, I think so. So that's the change the program, the topics, because we need to students in an advanced level, but we don't have some topics. Like for
Okay.
example, the second conditional, we need to the first and zero conditional, and we don't have in the program. I think so in the context.
Okay, so that's what you meant by changing the programs and improving. Okay. Okay, teacher, did you have a feedback?
It's not change, well, just change, but not at all. It's more improve and give the sequence, because looks like you took this topic, took another, and put them together, instead of be a sequence of topics that have related with the grammatical context.
Okay.
So it's more that improve, I don't know, check the background, and then make a sequence program.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think that needs to be done in order to achieve this? Because well, it looks like change the program, improve the program, but what do we need to do in order to make this request?
My idea is that, for example, on the 2nd semester, we focus 30 or 40% in speaking, and then 60% in grammar, and then we can change in the 3rd semester that kind of things. Well, that's my idea, because in 6th semester, the requirements for the students is that they have to expose about energy sources, and they have to speak, but they don't practice it much during the 2nd semester to 5th semester.
Okay, so you would suggest that to have more practice of the language, right? Okay. One thing I saw in the group, I think it was last week, one of you suggested to do contests about spelling bee and vocabulary. I would like for us to focus on that idea and to receive your feedback about what ideas do you have, how do you think it would be accomplished, this. Back there, please.
In another kind of state, for example, Mexico State and Morelos, I think so. They work with the spelling bee contest.
Okay, and how do you suggest it would work to make a convocatory or? Okay, right here, please.
I think that for that kind of contest, spelling verbs and vocabulary, should be an invitation or with dates and everything, in order to make it in each branch, and so on, make them together and have I don't know, national contest in order that the students get involved and get interested and learn the English language. Just not as they should be. They want to learn it in order to have, I don't know, a prize or a monetary
An incentive so they can
something like that. Even I don't know, I used to do a speaking reading contest and oratory contest. There is more, it's not too advanced, but I think that we can apply it in CONALEP program in order that they can express and they lose the afraid to speak in English and to get mistake with it.
Okay. Okay, thank you. That's a good idea. We are registering it, so we can reinforce that later. Teacher Georgina, please.
Thank you. I was thinking that when I was thinking about these proposals that I was making, first of all, I thought that spelling bee contest should be for students who are in second semester or the lower semesters. And because it's too simple, right? And we're supposed to make them grow in their learning. So for example, verbs are something that is more difficult, and it's involved in the fourth semester, third and fourth semester. And vocabulary is essential for students in all semesters. So maybe we could put aside, I don't know, it's just an idea, but maybe put aside the spelling bee and work with vocabulary. We have to make them learn a lot of vocabulary, and we have to make them learn all the verbs. So maybe we could try to start by making the contest inside the school, and then make them, for example, in Mexico City, get the winner for the Mexico City, and then make it nationwide. And probably take a year so that we can make it annually, and take the students for third and fourth semester, or I don't know, maybe from second to sixth semester, and get the best ones. Because we don't have, sometimes in second semester we have students who are with a very good English level, right? And maybe we can get one student from sixth semester to have a very good English level, I don't know, but we could make these contests with this kind of students, and maybe take a year. It doesn't really matter if it takes a year to do it.
So do you teachers think that this would be possible to do this type of contest inside the schools? Yes. Okay. Okay, thank you, teacher. Yes?
First inside the school, then, for example, by state, like, for example, Mexico City, Morelos, let's say Colima, let's say, yes. And then nationwide.
Okay. Nationwide. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for your suggestion. Yes.
Okay, I would like to propose why don't change the evaluations, because all the time is only writing, grammar, and never practice English. For example, the student can be evaluated with, I don't know, defending a topic, ask questions. I think that is better that all the time, because the concourse all the time are writing and never defend one topic. I think that must reinforce oral production.
Okay. Okay, great. What do you think that would be needed in order to change these evaluations? Teacher Georgina, please.
I was going to say something else. This, I have another contest these talent shows, talent contests in English would also be great.
Okay, and how do you do this
Also
contests?
by school, then by state, and then by nationwide.
Okay, thank you. We have a participation there.
In a reply to my colleague,
Yes.
I really don't know what your name is. Okay. I think evolution is something that happens in your classroom, and it happens according to the way that you apply it, that you deliver it. So if you want to change the way that evolution is carried out in a classroom, you are the person, you are the one who make those changes. So I think it depends on every individual teacher in their classrooms.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your comment. Do you have any more feedback regarding the agreements? I remember in teacher Giovanni's presentation that he closed with what he compromised. So can you reinforce that part so we can all be agree that they can all accomplish that? Yes. You know, what you compromise as an English teacher, teach other teachers, teach your students. And
okay. So the first one is about the use of the platform. I invite you to work with this survey. And the second one is about the certification. And we need to work with our students to get that CENI, for example, in this case. If we work with certifications at CONALEP, I think so the CONALEP will grow in the future with the certifications. If we have teachers and students certificated, and we will have more goals in the future.
okay, thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Anyone else have another agreement or would like to add something to the ones that?
Okay, thanks. Another suggestion maybe could be to add to the programs technical English according with the careers that CONALEP offers. For example, in CONALEP Temoaya, we offer nursing, dental, and accountant, and it could be specific vocabulary with to the students. It is my opinion.
Okay, thank you. It's a very good feedback. What do you need? It needs to. What do you think more that it needs to be done in order to accomplish this agreement? The students' books. Thank you.
I have been working with a specific book, nursing. It is special to nursing, and it is with the context in the hospital practicing. And I think it could be. It is not change the program. It could be add the specific vocabulary only. I think it is a hard part, but I don't have the exact date how many careers offers CONALEP, but it could be many of them.
Okay.
I don't know the books. I think right now we have the same book, the students' book, Macmillan book. Yes, communicate. No. Yes.
Not anymore.
But I don't know.
Okay, but your suggestion is to add more technical
Yes.
vocabulary, right? According to to each specific career in order so they can be more specialized in the language, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have another participation there.
And so I have purpose in this case an example of a student's book is like Life Year. It's about the CONALEP's program, and it has the rubrics in English in that book. And so that's a good point. I don't know, it's a suggest, right? The cost is 180 pesos.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher. Anything else you would like to add for the agreements? Okay, please.
Good afternoon. I think it would be a great idea if we can have more exchange programs for teachers to support that. And I think it is a good opportunity for teachers, just to go there, because it's not the same when you are here. And if you have the opportunity to visit other countries, maybe it could open your mind. And I also can say that it will be a great idea to go or to attend Next the Sol, for example, ANUPI, and some other conventions for English teachers, so we can improve.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you. We are getting close to the end of this day's session. So is there any question, any other feedback or comment you would like to add? Okay.
I was going to say that for these contests, it would be pretty helpful if you as authorities would help us organize and send emails or whatever to let us know which is the moment to start, to begin, to give the invitations and all that for the students. Okay. So that we would be working together at the same time, so that we would have the same rhythm. That would be really helpful. And I support what Tere said. Please, more exchange programs for teachers. It's really necessary. We need it. And willing teachers to go, yes. But I would go again and again and again and again.
Yes, also to reinforce that comment, we need more willing teachers to learn, to improve, to keep training, so they can be better teachers and, for instance, better students. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, every one of you, for your feedback. There is a message from Master's Degree Maria Elena Salazar.
Okay. This is our proposal for new strategies for agreement in this national meeting, but there are some that they are not in our hands to change. For example, we cannot change the program. You can improve your strategies in class, but we can't change the program because the programmer are registered in the SEP. It's in our academic model. We have to respect this form to teach our student. You can establish strategies to improve your class, but CONALEP can't change the program because exists a rules to do that. It's not easier. You can improve new strategies to encourage your students to learn English, but like CONALEP, we can't change the program in this moment. With the national strategy to teach English, I don't know what the context about this new strategy. In this moment, we have to establish new strategies in our classroom, no change the program. It's not the moment to change the program. It's not exist rule to change the program. It's not easier to do that. Yes. And the other is the same case. Do the increase the number of hours to 3 to 5? It's the same case. It's the same case. It's the same case. I have to try to explain. To increase the number of hours impact in the budget. Who pay this increment in hours? O sea, we have to work with our result that we have right now. Yes, it's easy to say, I want 2 hours more during a week. Oh yes. What? Who pay the other hours? This strategy impact in the budget, and CONALEP has not money to pay increase in the hours. This is the problem. This is a problem, teacher. I try to explain to you, this is a big problem for CONALEP. CONALEP only receive the money for pay the salaries, only.
Excuse. In my own opinion, I believe that it can change because all the teachers need this change. In all the programs, we have different kind of topics that we have a necessary repetition that will be to adapt to this one. By the other side, I come from Toluca. There, in weekdays, open the language center about Chino Mandarin. Why we can open like a language center for English? That I believe that is, in my case, is most important English at Chino Mandarin in weekdays, because it's a universal language. I believe that will be changed. That's all.
I understand, teacher. Very well. I understand. We have to study 10, 12 hours by week, but our real situation is we have only 3 hours. Yes, this is our real situation.
I got a question for you. I've been working on a lab for about 15 years. And when I started working, English classes were 5 hours. Then it were reduced by 3 hours per week. And probably it's true that you cannot do those kind of changes that we are requesting for. But something that I think you can do is manage with the authorities that can really do these things. Because if you really want good results in English language, you need to add more time. It doesn't matter that it costs more, right? Because sometimes it's true that we are giving the best in our classrooms. We are creative teachers. We are willing to learn more, right? And to give the best of us into the classroom. But of course, you need to do the same for us, right? So manage in order that we can get more hours, right? And also there is a lot of people working in oficinas nacionales that they have, they are in charge of different areas, and probably you can do something with the people that can really change. It could be people from SEP, or it could be people from Secretaría de Hacienda. So I don't know, probably you can do that, and it could be a commitment, don't you think?
Yes, teacher, I know the problem. I think that I have open mind to, in this case, to study English. I understand exactly, perfectly the problem, because you are reference to the other academic program or other academic model. I know that. I know, because in this time, I sent a lot of letters, a lot of documents to authorities of CONALEP Nacional, and I justify perfectly why we need to have at least 5 hours by week. For me, I maybe 12 hours by week, but only 3. Okay, I understand perfectly, teacher. I have open mind, but in my hand is not the solution for increase the number of hours. Yes. Who have the money. And that's, I propose we have the change the topic, because it's circled at the same thing. In this moment, we don't have the answer for this. Yes? Thank you.
I'm going to say something that is going to sound kind of cruel, but it's also the truth. We teachers are rebels. We have always fought for our students' education. We have been doing miracles forever, forever. We will continue doing it because we are engaged with our students' education. I know that, and you all know that. You also know it. Our government is not really interested in teaching young people. Our government is interested in other stuff. So it's not teacher Maria Elena's problem, and it's not in her hands. And it's not also in teacher Candita's hands. There's no budget to pay us more hours. They won't do it. So the only thing that we can do is continue working and giving more and more and more, as much as we can, as we have been doing and as we will continue doing, because I know you are going to do it anyway. And I know we will continue being rebels, and we will continue teaching as much as we can teach our students, even if we're tired, even if we feel that we cannot do it anymore. I know we will. So don't worry, teachers. I know you can do it. So don't argue anymore, please. I know. We will continue doing it. So don't worry. Keep on being rebels and keep on fighting, okay?
Yes, we are the...
One day we will get 12 hours, okay?
Yes, yes. You are a real teacher. Yes, for vocation. For vocation. Yes, for vocation. Yes, it's for vocation. Okay, another comment? This is a real situation. It's about, o sea, I try to looking for different solution. I during that, I don't know how many times I looking for different tools to work with English, with our teacher, with our student. And someday I found I found the Duolingo. But I look at the different tools without money, only with found Duolingo platform without free. Okay, if you prefer, stop the session of this day. You have to rest. For me, no problem. I can stay until or night. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, for me, no problem. I am working. I'm during the day, one part of the night. For me, no problem. For you, I think, if I am talking about the same topic without looking for a solution, if the solution is not in our hand.
My comment is regarding another issue. Are we having this kind of session at the end tomorrow? It's just first. Okay. The thing is that I think we're having more sessions like this in the future. Like in the following month, they're going to be like a fourth a national meeting or something like that, right? Is that the perspective?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay. I just wonder if in the future it could be a little bit different, the dynamics in the meetings. So probably instead of having so many plenary sessions, we can divide or split the program a little bit, like in workshops, in classrooms, with strategies and techniques that other teachers can share with the teachers, with us, to vary a little bit the nature of the dynamic.
Yes, tomorrow some teacher show you new practices. For example, a contest. No, it's a practice. It's only like a new practice. It's a show to practice. Yes, and the point that said add technical English according to the career. In last semester incluye a specific module about comunicación especializada en inglés. Do you know? It's only technical and knowledge about each career. Yes? Okay. Somebody else?
Yes, I want to be a little punctual, because in my state, in Nuevo León, we have a new subject that is called Comunicación en Inglés para el Turista. So we have a lot of practice, like teacher Georgina, Gina, excuse me, and I have a how can I say? I have a lot of practice with my students of fourth semester, and they have improved a lot of vocabulary, a lot of practice, and they are the same career like this. And we have tourist career, and we have food and beverages. So they show me that it can be possible, because they have this motivating, and they show me the way, as it said the song. And I have, how can I say, I was gladly surprising, because they have and they do it well, and very well. So there is it can be possible, and I'm so glad. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad with my teachers, with my students, with my school, with CONALEP. I'm so proud of them.
Yes, teacher. This is a result that the contact between el colegio estatal and different companies. This is a trayecto técnico. 3 semester. Yes. Ready? Ready? Okay. I think that this part of the national meeting, it was very, we have a lot of experiences. This a new acknowledgement, and I think that this kind of meeting is permit to our teacher are very or increase your forces, your thinking, your acknowledgement. Okay, continue tomorrow. Thank you very much.